Hello there, and welcome to my first ever Let's Play. I'm going to start off with Stardew Valley because, well, that's the one that I've played the most. We'll do a new one, new world, and a new character. So, name, we'll just do, Vicky. Farm name, we'll do Skyland. Favorite thing, chocolate. Animal preference. I usually go for cats, so we'll probably do this little orange kitty. I'll do female, because female is more preferred. Skin. I like to just to flip through the skins, because you kind of have like all the preferences, but you can do pretty much whatever color you want. They even have like pink, and I guess this is gray. I'm not really sure. But yeah, it's kind of fun. I like Stardew Valley a lot. It's definitely one of the first games that I got into, and I am definitely appreciate the getting into it. I'm gonna go with lighter color skin because I'm already light color and figure I might as well try to match a little bit. So they have a bunch of different hairstyles too. You can do short hair, long hair, hair put up, hair put down. If you do this, it will change what you can see. So you can see like from the side instead of going just straight on. Because in the game, you're going to be viewing yourself kind of at different angles. So you can see what all the different styles do. It's kind of nice too, because you can kind of pick whatever hairstyle you want in general, so. It don't have to be your hairstyle, you can be a different hair. Hopefully the quality of the sound on the computer isn't too terribly loud. This is my first video recording, so I don't know exactly how it works or how it looks, but hopefully it will be okay and everything will go good, because I would like it to. Forewarning, you may occasionally hear my kitty cats. It's getting close to supper time, and so they like to talk. Man, I can't pick a hairstyle. Probably this one. I like this one. Eye color, blue. Blue is my favorite color. It's also technically the color of my own eyes, so. Hair color. Technically my hair right now is kind of blue, so we're gonna go ahead and just do blue. Later on in the game, you will be able to change your like appearance, but that's like way on in the game, and I want to just pretty much when you pick a character and you pick how you want to look, make sure it's how you want to look for a good proportion or a good while, because you will be looking like that for a while. Let's go with red pants. So with the recent update, there is now 112 shirts, which technically you can collect all of the shirts in the game. You'll be able to see how shortly, probably, but it won't be for a while. And of course it costs money and stuff, but it's pretty cool. I enjoy it. And then of course you can switch your shirts during the game. I'm gonna go with the shirt with the heart. I think it's nice. Pants, there's different pants. So they have like the long pants. You can do shorts. This I think is a skirt, but I'm not exactly sure. And then I think another pair of shorts or a skirt. It's hard to tell. The pixels are small. You can always do accessories too. They have like beards or mustache. You can do glasses. I probably won't do any accessories because I'm not the biggest fan of them anyway. So I'll probably just do the one, which is technically not an accessory. Since I've played this game multiple times before, I'm just going to go ahead and skip the intro. If you're watching and you want to see the intro, I would suggest just go play the game for yourself, or if you've played it before, then you kind of know what goes on. In this little corner, you have an extra setting. With the new update that they came out with, I think about a year or two ago, you can change the community center bundles. And so I've played this game for a few years, and I like to do a remix. I like going for the different things. Everything else I'll probably leave the same. I like to mix up the mine rewards, which you'll see later is kind of fun, but yep. You also have multiplayer options here, so if you want to play with friends, you can add cabins and things. I'm just going to play on a single player world though, so no cabins needed for me. They have a standard farm, a riverland farm, a forest farm, hilltop farm, the wilderness farm. This is the one where monsters will come out at night, so just be wary with that one because monsters can harm you if you didn't know. Four Corners Farm, it has like kind of a little bit of each of the different farms. So it has like the riverland, the forest, and the hilltop, and just like the regular standard farm. And then the newest one is a beach farm, which it's kind of fun, but the only thing is that sprinklers don't work. So if you're going for automation later in the game, there's like a very small plot of land where you can put the sprinklers. The rest you would have to like water by yourself. I'm gonna go with, I think, the forest farm, just because lots of wood is very helpful. So basically this is how my character looks and how we're gonna start playing. So you push OK. So your left click will pick up something. You can put it in a different spot. Your right click, it will do something else, but we haven't gotten there yet. So I'm gonna just reorganize my inventory a little bit. For the beginning of the game, this is all you get for spaces. If you're playing on a laptop, you can use the numbers or minus and equals to change what you want to do. A lot of the times what I'll do is I use like the scroll function and I'll just scroll. Skills, these are your skills that you level up eventually by doing different like farming and mining and foraging, fishing and combat, but we'll get to that. And then there's just a bunch of different things and we'll get there eventually. Options, you can do auto run so you don't necessarily have to push the shift, which is usually what I do because why? You already move slow enough, might as well just run the whole time. And just like the different game changes you can start. So here's where, like, if you wanted to play multiplayer, you can start a local co-op. The only thing with multiplayer is you probably want to build a house, like on your farm, but so far it's not bad. Music volume, I will turn that up a little bit just so we can have the background music, because I do like the background music. But we'll turn down the sound and ambient and this all down because not probably necessary, really, when I'm trying to talk for the video anyway. So yeah, you can change your UI scale. You can make it bigger or smaller, so you can see. I'll probably leave it at this, since this is, I think, what I usually play at. So yeah. Yep, that's pretty much. And then here are some of your controls, and you can change it if you don't like how you do it. You can change it with the set, but I usually just leave it as normal, just because, I mean, I find I'm used to it, so. We're gonna turn the music down just a little bit. That's a little loud for me. I don't know how well it comes through, but we'll see. Alright, so first day on the farm. You right click. You get a bag of parsnips. Woo! Thanks, Mayor Lewis. It's great help. A lot of the times, you're going to want to right-click the TV. You can do the weather report if you want to know what the weather is going to be for tomorrow, but I don't really care that much. I recommend you go to the fortune teller. It will tell you which days, like whether they have a good luck day or a neutral day or a bad luck day. And later on in the game, we'll kind of figure out like what that affects, but we're not going to it right now. But today we have a neutral feeling. If you click it again, you can do living off the land. And this kind of gives you a little tidbits on how to play the game. So we'll go ahead and do it, just see what it says for today. We're back again today with another tip for you. Now listen up. This one's for all you greenhorns out there. Chop wood and search for wild forage to earn some cash while waiting for your first harvest. So a good, nice little tip. In the springtime, which is what we start off with in the game, a lot of the times the foraging is kind of what you want to do, but I'll show you in a little bit. But you can find spring onions, and spring onions are pretty good. They can give you some energy, and they're also good to sell. And so it's always good to go check and see if there's some spring onions in that little spot. All right, so let's go. We'll look at our farm. I'm also going to turn the fireplace on so that way when I come back in the evening, it's not super dark in the house. So this is the farm. So your scythe is probably going to be one of your main tools that you probably don't want to like get rid of anytime soon. With your scythe, you can clear the all of this fiber, and you can clear the grass. And if you have like any saplings, because this is a sapling, but if it's smaller, like this little guy, you can clear that, and then the tree won't grow there, because sometimes you don't really want the tree there. This grass, while it's good to have, because later on when you get animals, you're gonna want it because they eat the grass, and even further on, it's quite helpful to kind of collect hay, but it's a little bit in the area of where I would like to place my farm. So I'm just gonna do some clearing, and I'll come right back. Alright, so I'm back, and I've got a little bit of space cleared, so I might as well start doing like a bit of a farm. So there's lots of different crops you can get in the spring, summer, fall, and winter. But right now I only have the 15 parsnips. Make a little plot of area for the parsnips, and then I'll maybe go explore a little bit. So I like to do rows of 5, but you can kind of do whatever you like. You don't have to do a row if you don't want to, but I just find it a little bit easier to do like rows, especially just so you know like what goes where, I guess. So to place the seed, you're doing a left click, and then to water them, you're doing left click. A bunch of other things, it's going to be a few other things will be right click, but for the most part, the main control will be the left click. Kitty cats! Stop fighting! Sorry, I must yell at my kitties because they just had dinner, but they're just a little angry beans. You'll notice that I do, you can either hit escape or I believe it is E, and it will bring up your inventory. I do this a lot just because it will pause the time. See over here, it's 11:40 a.m. And we started off the day at like 6 a.m. And basically you only have a certain amount of time for a day. It makes it easier to kind of pause and be able to chat and just make sure that we're getting everything and everything's good. Okay, so as you can see, most of my inventory is full of all this different things. I got the stones from rocks, I got coal from the rock, and then I cut down some trees, so I have some wood, and I don't really have much inventory space. So I'm gonna go to crafting. And you can craft wood fence, a gate, a chest, torch. Torches aren't very helpful, even like in the mines, so I don't recommend like doing a whole bunch. I would save what you can, because eventually a lot of the things you get, you will be able to use for either crafting or other things. And you can make different pathways, which I do like. Campfire is nice for like if you want to put it outside so you can have a little bit of light. So like just to, I don't know, put it, I think you can put it like on your porch, but I don't remember exactly. But yeah, so I'm gonna chop a few of these wood pieces and clean them up, and hopefully I can get to 50. So yep, right there. So I can make a chest, crafting and chest. So a chest is really helpful, especially beginning of the game, because you're not going to have a lot of storage space. For opening the chest, you're going to right click, and then you can just basically left click and it will put everything into the chest. So it's really nice and it's helpful. It helps you clear out inventory space. These up here is the different colors, so you can color code your chests. So like if you want to do like stone, you can do dark, or if you want to do like green stuff like seeds and grass, you could do green. For now, I'm just gonna leave mine the regular color because there's gonna be a random assortment of things in here, and I don't necessarily want to color code my random assortment of things. But yeah, so these are your trees you can chop down. If you try to hit this log, it's going to give you this sign and it's going to say your axe isn't strong enough to break this log. Eventually, you're going to collect ores. You're going to smelt the ores into ingots, and then you will be able to upgrade your tools. And once you upgrade them enough, you will be able to break the different logs, like this, and there's some other different types, like the stump, which you can't move yet, so that you have more space and you can kind of do what you would like with the area. So let's go this way. This is where we came from. I'm gonna pick up all these dandelion or daffodils because they're good like gifts for later on. This is the bus. It's currently not working. And there's this mine cart here, which is also out of order. Eventually, you'll get to see how they come into play, and it makes moving around a lot faster. And the bus, you basically kind of go to another city, which is kind of nice, and that's where you would get some of the shirts. So let's go ahead and meet some people. To meet, you're gonna walk up to them and right click. So this is Caroline. She's got green hair and blue eyes. Her husband is Pierre, and he runs this general store, and then her daughter is Abigail. And basically, you can talk with the different people, and you can learn about them. And once you level up their hearts, you will actually get to have some cutscene. It's kind of cool. On this wall, there's a calendar, and on the calendar, it's like, so it says spring. It'll tell you year 1, and then Monday through Sunday. And you can see different birthdays. So like Lewis's birthday is Sunday the 7th, Haley's birthday is Sunday the 14th, Vincent, and it just tells you different things. And then these little flags symbolize special events. If there's a special event going on, most of the stores are not going to be open that day, and you basically just want to go to the special event and interact and have a good time. And sometimes you can buy things at the special events. So like, try to save up if you can, but you don't have to. And then there's the flower dance, and just like there's different fun events. It's really cool. Oh, and then this one is the help wanted board. Occasionally the local community is going to post things that they want, like basically quests. They're going to post quests, and you can earn a little bit of cash or a little bit of gold through doing the quests. And also, when you do the quest, you actually will increase your level with whoever requested it. So like increase your hearts and stuff. So that's kind of nice and a little easier way to get through stuff. So this is the general store. Go ahead and meet some more people. This is Leah. It's nice to meet you. In one of my previous worlds, I actually married her, and we had 2 kids, and she's really good. She likes a lot of, I would say, like the farm, like foraging stuff. She likes a lot of foraging stuff. Most of the people you find, like if you gift them a foraged item, they're not a big fan of it. It's not their favorite thing. They're just like, I'm not a big fan of this. But she's one of the ones where you can like almost always give her an onion. You can give her just other foraged items, and she's pretty much like, oh yeah, this is great, thank you. So this is Pierre. He's the owner of the local general store, and you can get seeds here. He will also buy produce from you, but it's recommended / you get a little bit better prices if you put it in the box that's outside your house. You do have to wait for the day to be over before you get that money back, but you get a little more of it, and you probably could tell. Alright, so I'm going to buy 10 of these. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm going to put one back. You can sell them again if you do a right click, but usually if you sell them, it's not worth quite as much as what you got. So I don't recommend sending the seeds back. Just try to, if you want a specific amount, get the specific amount. Different seeds require different days to mature. So bean starter takes 10 days, but after that it will continue to produce beans, and it's really nice. It grows on like a trellis, so it's really helpful. Cauliflower, it says 12 days. Your potato seeds are 6 days. Kale seeds are also 6 days. And then of course they have different prices. This is a plant, or not plant, of course it's a plant. This is a flower. You can do different flowers, and once you grow the flowers, you can give them as gifts, or I think there might be some recipes, but I don't remember. You have different wallpaper and flooring. It will like change up every day basically. So if you decide you want a different flooring in your house, you can come back and get one, or look out for one. It's really random which one's gonna appear, but you eventually can find it. The wheat, the rice, the oil, the vinegar, those are all, and sugar, those are all cooking ingredients. I don't recommend touching these until later on when you upgrade your house, because when you upgrade your house, you're going to be able to have access to a kitchen, and that will be when you can unlock cooking. But until then, no, you're not going to. Then you have different trees, different saplings, like a cherry tree, apricot, so lots of different fun things. So I'm gonna buy some more seeds. Let's see. Let me get maybe 2 of these. Yeah, I guess that's it for now. We'll just hold off and come back in a little later time. Let's see if there's anyone else here. You can come back here. This is the shrine of, I think it's Yoba, or Yaba? Altar of Yoba. Yoba. I'm not exactly sure how it's pronounced. But basically it's their little religious thing in the game. It's just kind of fun. So, right. Alright, let's go see if we can meet some more town folk. Oh. Daffodil. Oh, here's one. This is Maru. She's kind of a local scientist. She's pretty cool. This is Evelyn, or as you'll see, she likes to say we can call her Granny. This is Jody. Jody's the mom of Vincent, and I think it's Sam is the other guy. No, Alex? No, I'm pretty sure it's Sam. I get some of their names mixed up. Mommy says you not to talk to strangers, but you seem okay. Okay, Vincent. This is Harvey. He's the local doctor. I don't know why it came out that way. The local doctor. So if you keep clicking the right, they'll give you a little more information, or they'll talk to you. If you click it and they don't pull up like the little chat box, then basically they don't have anything else to say to you for the day. So I mean, that's kind of just how the game rolls. So he lives in the little cabin by the beach, which is down this path and right here. Alright, that beach sound is far too loud. Let us turn that down. There, maybe that will be better. There we go. There's just too much ocean there coming in. Gonna overpower my voice. Which is, I'm not like the loudest speaker in general, so we don't want to do that. So this is Mayor Lewis. He will go around and check on the different shops and make sure everything basically is doing good. Because he's the town mayor, I guess. So you have a nice dock. You can fish off the dock later. It's always good to explore and just see the different parts of the area. If you push M, it pulls up the map and you can kind of see the different areas. So like, we're here, it will show you where you are, and then you can see the different areas. And in some of the areas, they're gonna have question marks because you technically don't have access to them quite yet. And once you get access, it will basically let you know what it's called. So yeah, kind of neat little mechanism. It's like, oh, there's more to explore, you gotta figure it out. Over here is the library I would say museum. This is Gunther. He's the local archaeologist, basically. This is embarrassing, but the previous curator made off with the entire collection. We don't have any artifacts for display, but I'm hoping to remedy that soon. Hey, if you find any artifacts or minerals out there, would you let me know? So basically, this is where you can come and you'll like basically donate, and when you donate the artifacts or the minerals, you get kind of little rewards from it. So these little books, they give you little tips. So tips on farming. Use fertilizer to improve quality, reduce workload, or hasten crop growth. Fruit trees take a whole season to grow, but they require very little maintenance. Basically, you don't have to water them, which is quite nice. And they don't grow in the winter, so don't try that. Keep the area directly around your new sapling clear, or else it may not grow properly. So basically, I think there's like 4 of the little tiles. You have to make sure there's nothing near them, like by the tree. So like if there's any rocks or wood or fiber, just make sure you clear it if you put a fruit tree down, fruit tree sapling, because then they wouldn't grow if there's something nearby. They're kind of picky. Crops will die as soon as the season ends, unless they grow in multiple seasons. So one crop is corn. It grows in the summer and in the fall. And then some crops, such as kale and wheat, need to be harvested with a scythe. So that is your handy dandy tool right here. It's quite easy, quite nice. It's, I think, the best tool. It's probably also just because it doesn't use any energy. All your other tools, like your pickaxe, your hoe, and your axe, when you swing them, it's going to use energy. And when you use energy, you're going to run out of it eventually. And you just, beginning the game, you don't really want to run out of energy. It's just a bad thing that happens and not fun. And, of course, costs you. So this is Penny. Penny Oh, I forgot that you can do that. Penny is technically the local little teacher. She teaches Vincent and I believe it's Jade. I don't remember, but she teaches the children. There's only 2 children here. Wait, don't do it! Oh, so there's Sam. Sam is Jodie's son as well. Yep. So they live in here. This is where Jodie, Vincent, and Sam live. Sam's got the big bedroom. Vincent's got the small bedroom. But yeah, no, it's nice to just kind of explore, do a little bit of wandering. I'm gonna try not to like ruin anything for anybody, but I mean, giving little tips and tidbits I feel is a good thing, especially if you've not played the game before. It can be a little, I don't want to say overwhelming, but there's a lot of different mechanisms that are in this game that may not be in other games, so it's just good to take a little. I like a little bit of help. Because, I mean, it's a Let's Play, and I've played it before, so I might as well share some of my knowledge while I'm playing it. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what we're gonna go with. There's lots of walking. Oh, here's Robin. She's the other lady that you met at the beginning of the series. She's like the carpenter who technically in the intro she makes fun of your house, but she's a really nice lady, very helpful. So yeah, but oh, give me 1 second. So these little wiggle things, you're gonna use your hoe, and boom, you can get different items. So right now, we found a lost book, which expands the library collection. And the library collection will also just give you some more tidbits and little helpful hacks. So I recommend, like, if it's your first time playing, to try and go and read the books, just because it helps. It gives you a little, like, you know, tidbits. I feel like I'm saying tidbits a lot. Probably should stop. I don't know if... Nope, he's not in there. Okay. Trying to meet all the people day 1 just because I can. And because I've played this game a lot, I know the habits of some of the NPCs. So this guy over here, he's just gonna finish breaking up this rock, and we'll get to go over there eventually and see what's going that way. But for now, we just have to wait. Because I think for like day 1, they want to make sure you have time, because time goes pretty fast. As you see, it's already 8 o'clock, or 8, almost 9 in the world, and you can only stay up until probably about 12 or 1. Once it hits 2, you're going to just pass out, and if you're not in bed, then it can be a little dangerous. This is Linus. He's a pretty cool dude. He just lives here in his tent by himself. He doesn't really bother anybody, but he's a good dude to befriend too, for sure, so definitely recommend that. Another good place to meet the people, because if you see over here, Journal F, Introductions. This is basically this is where you'll find your quests, and as our quests go, you just want to meet 28 people. So far, I've met 16. Here's another getting started. If you want to become a farmer, you have to start with the basics. Use your hoe to till the soil, then use a seed, pack it on the tilled soil to sow crop. Water every day until crop is ready for harvest. And then down here is technically what we're trying to accomplish. Cultivate and harvest a parsnip. And once we get that, we'll either get a new quest, or sometimes we get a few rewards, and that's also where your quests that you accept up at the post are going to be. You're going to be up in that little corner, and you can either get there by pushing the little exclamation point or clicking F. if you right click next to a trash can, you will dig through it. And digging through the trash can, you can find some stuff sometimes. I recommend trying to do it more on lucky days, because on neutral or unlucky days, more than likely you're not going to get much, or you're going to get trash. So this is Clint. He's our local blacksmith. He's the one who's going to help us upgrade our tools. This guy, he's not a great person, but you'll figure that out. Still good to meet everybody and say hi. This is Pam. She becomes the bus driver. She definitely likes to spend her nights in the saloon though, so if you ever need her, I would suggest you go to the saloon to see if you can find her. This is Gus. He owns the Stardew saloon. He's pretty cool too. A lot of the times for some of the festivals, he's the one that cooks, but you don't get to eat anything, so it's not all that great. I mean, it would be kind of cool, but you don't get to eat any of the good food at the festivals. So, alright, I think that's basically all we can meet for the day. So I was gonna see 20 out of 28 people, so I only just need 8 more people for tomorrow. So we'll go back, plant the rest of our seeds, and water them before bedtime. Then we'll go to bed. And when you go to bed, that's basically when the day gets saved. Yep. When you're watering plants, you can water basically in a diagonal, but if you're too far away, you're not going to really be able to get very far. So with the bean, because it grows on a treadle, you're not going to be able to walk there. So make sure you space them out, because if you don't, well, you're just going to be cut. This little great button is the stack. It will add to the stacks you have in here, and then anything else you decide you want to put in here, you can also add. The fish cockle, so I recommend you probably keep everything for the first go around, except like if you have multiple, you can always sell that, but because later on you'll see there's like little gifts and stuff. Progress is saved, so this is basically where you save. So if you want to exit the game, this would be the time to exit. Anything you do before you go to bed, it won't save. I know that was one of the things that I needed as a tidbit when I first started playing this game, because sometimes I would just exit out of the world thinking, oh, it's all saved, but no, you have to sleep, and then it will pop up, progress has been saved, and then you can exit. But if you start like day 2, Tuesday day 2, you start doing stuff on day 2, it's not going to save unless you like go to bed. So I'll probably only just do this one day for this episode and just kind of play it by ear and see how it worked, because again, only really my first video. So I hope you like it. If you did like it, just go ahead and give a little thumbs up. And if you want to continue watching me play Stardew, and if you like my tidbits, I would suggest subscribing, but of course no pressure, and hope that it goes well. Thank you.